Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the Games Done Quick channel. If you've been watching the recaps, the sort of reruns of SGDQ, then welcome. This might be a bit of a surprise, but this is Hotfix. These are shows that we put in between our mainline events, Awesome Games Done Quick, and Summer Games Done Quick, either regular scheduling, so shows that you'll see reoccurring, or one-offs. We have got some lovely one-offs coming up this weekend, but before that, we've got Going Places. This is I usually describe it as a speedrun travel show where we get to see a whole load of games from across the speedrun landscape, I call it. So basically the long and short of that is games on handheld consoles as well as games that are region exclusive. And we've kind of kicked off this series kind of keeping a loose theme of mascot PlayStation games. So we started off with Crash and Spyro. That's what the guy's called. And we saw the regional differences when it comes to how they were released in the East in Japan. And today we've got things a little bit different. We're going to be seeing a little later on, it finally turned on, but we are going to be seeing Daxter for the PlayStation Portable. Majora is going to be taking us through all missions. But before that, we've got some PlayStation heritage. I have actually got a copy of the game here myself. I have had the honor of delving into this game, and we are having the honor of some of the top runners of possibly the best kart racer ever conceived. Monster Racer. We have got 3 monstrous racers with us, and hopefully we are in for an absolute treat. Before we do get into it, we were going to be having a 4th racer. That was the Rixer, but health was a little not on his side, so we're wishing him the best in recovery. And yeah, I am joined by Ash, I'm joined by Thrasher, and I'm joined by Derek Lander, who are going to be showing off this game. Gamers, how are you doing?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to seeing some elite, high tier esports Monster Racer action. I'm sure you'd say that it's on that caliber.
Oh, absolutely. This game is one of a kind. There's just nothing like it. And I mean that in the best way possible. So, yeah, I'm very, very excited to get into it.
Awesome. Any other introductions from the runners, or are you going to let the gaming do the talking?
Yeah,
Hi, I'm very shy.
Yeah, I'm Ash. That's Thrasher. Yeah, I think we can honestly just pretty much go over the the run and the game and our history with it while we're playing. I think we can do that. So
awesome.
Be
that
kind
sounds
of an
good,
introduction, if you will.
Well, we are ready when you are. As a heads up for everybody who's watching as well, we're going to be trying our best to try and track the in-game time for this game. That's the primary timing method. It's a PlayStation game, so loads vary between if you ran it on PlayStation 1 or if you ran it on any of the different versions of PlayStation 2. So I am going to try my best to try and keep on top of this so that we can bring a accurate display of skill from across these across the different platforms that we've got going on today. But are the runners ready?
Ready.
Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. I assume you're on the right screen, so I'm gonna give a 3, 2, 1, and we'll go.
All right. Sounds good.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Good luck.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
All right. So before we get into the history and kind of what makes this game so crazy and how it kind of got up to now a hot fix at this point, let's go over the basic gameplay mechanics. This is a PAL PS1 kart racer made by Microids. And Microids back in the day, they were kind of unknown at the time. So this is kind of one of their first games. And as such, it's a bit janky. Basically, we're going to go through 10 tracks, and then we're going to have to go through 10 more tracks, but in the reverse direction, because that's how you double the game length. And starting out here, we are all playing as Diggo, and that's because Diggo is the best character in the game. The game tries to tell you on the stats screen that Diggo is kind of average, Bigger.
Oh, I got ratioed immediately.
Yeah. But so we're going to talk about that in a second. But the game tries to tell you that Diggo is very like okay like character. But on the hidden stats page, because like we had to do some in-depth research into a game as high quality as this, we found out that the game just lies. It says his acceleration's like a 4. It's actually like nearly a 7. So he's the best character. So that's why we all play him. And the two main things about this run is going to be the urns and the boxes. So in this game, you know games like Mario Kart, how it's like you can't get a star in first place? That game, you know, does that so other people can catch up. Here, that doesn't happen. Like right there, I just got a big urn, which is the best item in the game.
Big urn.
So with the big urn, I can boost really past these people really quick. And it's just honestly, it's kind of just a game about getting the urns and cycling item boxes as much as possible.
Bigger urn.
So bigger urn, you got 2?
Big urn.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, I ratioed myself out of the first one with a smaller urn immediately. But...
True. But yeah, that's basically the game. It's just we're going to be cycling item boxes. Anytime we get an item like a bear trap or a tornado, we're going to try to place it in a way that doesn't hurt us. And then we're just going to keep cycling item boxes and hopefully, you kidding me? Hopefully get a urn. I just got reverse controlled twice. This is ridiculous. That's another thing I should mention. This game has bad power-ups. So in a game, going back to Mario Kart, it's like all beneficial except for like maybe the coin. But even then, the coin helps. Big urn!
Big urn.
So basically, in this game, there's 2 power-ups that are negative towards you. It's the reverse controls and the flashbang. The reverse controls, it swaps your left and right inputs for a few seconds. The flashbang actually flashbangs you. Like, it's brutal. So, we'll probably be seeing some of those. So,
Speaking
heads
of,
up on that.
ow. Do not play this in the dark room, by the way.
True. And I just finished my first race, 2:31.92. We're going to wait here for a few seconds. Make sure that we get this draw down because we're actually running with in-game time. Even though this game, like we're all trying to make it to where our emulators and like me on console are like synced up load-wise.
250,
Trying to make
358.
sure
Cool.
that we can have a fair race. So we're actually going to be competing for the in-game time, and then we'll have it totaled up by the end of this.
Alrighty, you are good to go, Thrasher. That was a 231 for you, was that, Derek?
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't get the milliseconds, but hopefully...
8-6.
8-6. Cool. That is all the first ones going in. I'm in for a busy night, it looks like.
Oh,
But
absolutely. Absolutely.
Who knows? You know, the RNG could completely tip the scales of this game. We could see gaps, you know,
Yeah.
coming up between the runners, but...
Oh, speaking of RNG, I've been small 5 seconds into the second race. So
Nice. So
No.
speaking of, yeah, I know I mentioned negative effects when you run through an item box, but there is a small ability, which is, it's kind of like the lightning from Mario Kart. I know I've mentioned that game like 5 times now. Except the only difference is there's no cap on how many times your opponents can get it. It's a low chance, but they can get it. Small, you go really slow. Big urn. And it's just really bad. Also, we're screaming Big Urn because Big Urn is like ridiculously fast. Like right there, I got a smaller urn, so it refills my boost meter, which is on the bottom right. Anytime you get a Big Urn, it also fills it up all the way, but the like urn speed is nearly double. So it's just ridiculous.
It is something that is definitely worth shouting about.
bigger and again.
Bigger.
Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Your light's kind of
Big
crazy.
Urn,
today.
Big Urn,
Oh my gosh.
Big
It's
Urn.
all around.
Double Big
Thrasher's got to bring the treble. Oh,
Oh,
Can I have a
we're-
small
We're maybe
smack-
gonna see the rare blow up. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Can I get a small
some reason-
smack roll of your good luck? Come on.
Yeah, Derek. Do you want to explain that one, Derek?
The blow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now my Diggo character is like kind of reddish. Because this game is really funny, if you get too many big urns, not small ones, the small ones can't do it, but if you get like a big urn into another big urn and you just hold the boost button, over time your character gets redder and redder, and if he gets too red, if he gets too, I guess, hot, he just like spins out and blows up. So
It's
forgot
so
to-
weird how much it takes because you literally need like multiple like
Yeah, you
maybe
need
if you
multiple
hold a
big
big urn like
urns.
all the way the whole time and just don't let go. Like I don't know why you'd be doing that 2 turns and everything, but like maybe that would be enough to make you red. But yeah, you need like multiple in a row to get it. So it's like
oh,
pretty rare.
flash! Dang!
Ooh.
I actually have not been
Flash-
flashbang yet.
Yeah, another bad one's the flashbang. The flashbang, I swear, is monitor dependent because on my old TV, it was not that bad. On my new monitor, goodness, on my new monitor, it is pretty obvious. I'm not having fun when I get flashbang.
Speaking of the flashbang, recently there's been some tech with that, Eric. You ever look at that?
Oh my gosh! So this is the
Just get flashbang
I've been
again.
flashed
Yep,
3
he's
times in a
flashbang
row.
again.
Oh, and speaking of there.
Oh my gosh, it's all happening.
But so yeah, there's some controversial tech in this game, even though you wouldn't expect it. People have found out that if when you get flashbanged, if you pause the game and just wait, it will eventually run out. And since we tied with in-game time, that's been the meta,
That is hilarious.
Oh, bigger.
which is
Bigger.
really
Bigger.
So it's really funny, just because. I mean, they just didn't think anyone would pause during the flashbang like animation, I guess.
Incredible.
Oh, for goodness
Yeah.
sakes.
All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, I think I
This-
skipped the in-game time on it.
That's alright.
Oh, no.
You just about saw it. It's alright.
Jeez, Ash, come on.
Sorry.
Not even playing by the rules.
Hey, it's hard to
I got
fight the muscle memory.
337. Yikes. 337 on port is not good, I will admit.
This is a really good start for me. Like I've gotten like 5 big urns, so I'm sure the bad luck's
Really?
about to start. hitting
Really?
soon.
Okay.
I have
Okay,
been
okay, be happy.
ratioed 2 races in a row big time.
you really
So
have been.
Right.
hey, bigger
Oh, no.
right at the very end.
Right at the finish line! It's so much usage!
Yeah, for sure. 345.18.
I really want to
Gotcha.
talk about the elephant in the room because there's a potential that some people are watching this and thinking, okay, I get it, it's a meme game. Like, how is it on a hotfix? Like, how is it like here? And that's because this game's history is insane with how many runners we have. Because you look at it and you go like, oh, a big urn! Sorry. You look at it and,
That's
and
what
you
I'm
think,
saying.
like, no ratio!
Oh no.
You look at the game and you think like, oh wow, this is like, you know, kind of memey, kind of whatever. But the history is insane because what happened was Ricky did a Monster Racer race. Well, not a race. He did a run on stream. Sorry, when he had like a few followers. He didn't have that many, but like he grew up with this game somehow. So he was like, oh, let me play it on stream because
Okay.
this game's like a goofball. And he plays it on stream, and because of that, there's only 2 active runners. There's only 2 people. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ash, you saw that and then was like, oh, I got to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like saw Ricky running it and was just like, wow, this looks like just with it being like so luck based, this looks like a really funny like game to try to get people into and like race it and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Excuse you, you're doing the pause tech?
Of course. I'm playing to win here. I'm
You're
playing to
so
win.
cringe.
I'm playing to win.
So,
Bigger.
You're
Bigger.
so
The game's
actually
on my side.
cringe. This is so
Clearly.
cringe. I look over for 2 seconds and I see you pause on the flashbang. That's so cringe. I want that technique banned. But yeah, no, Ash saw Ricky play it, so then Ash played it and tried to convince a bunch of like spiral runners to give it a try, myself included. So from there, we went up to like, what, 8 runners, I'd say?
Mhm.
And then we just tried to keep
Sure.
branching, and eventually we got to like 12. And then out of nowhere, like, Ricky does a Monster Racer like stream again, but this time like he has like way bigger numbers, you know, because he's been like killing it on the YouTube side. So a ton of people just flood in, and then I make a Monster Racer video, which is going over the history. And then he does it for the weekly race recently for his PlayStation Nation like Discord server. And with all that combined, it's up to like 60 runners, I think. I think it's like 60 or
Yeah,
58.
I think it's almost 65 now. Actually, I think it's close to
65. Which is crazy because when you look at this game, like I said, you kind of go like, oh, this is like a meme-ish game. This probably has like a few like 10 runners or so, but no, it's huge. And we also have a spreadsheet that keeps track of the community's best and worst segments.
I think if you go to PS1 games on on SRC, like on speedrun.com, I think this game has either the second or third most active players.
Ooh, I've got to
PS1
test that
games.
theory.
Oh
Like
my
after
gosh.
Spyro and possibly after Crash Team Racing. I don't even
Yeah.
know if it's, I don't even know if it's behind Crash Team Racing anymore.
Right.
I think, it's
Okay.
just, I think it might be just behind Spyro 1.
All games. PlayStation.
Because the Ricky race, that wasn't too long ago, so surely all those count as like active runners.
Yeah.
We're at week
Bigger!
12 now. Bigger. I think we're at week 12 now, and Monster Race was week 5. It was the first meme week.
Oh, you're right. So it's
It's-
probably been too long.
You're right. It is in the top 3 for most active at the moment. That is ahead of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. That is ahead of Crash Team Racing, as well as Spyro 2, Resident Evil 2,
Oh my gosh.
and a whole lot of
Also-
other games.
We've hit
I
the big
finished
time, you
with
two.
I finished with a 3.3582.
Gotcha.
Not-
Do you
I stayed
remember
on it
what
for
you
like
did?
5 seconds, or like maybe I didn't stay on it long enough because
You didn't stay on that long enough. Not only is Ash pause buffering the flashbangs, basically just cheating. Now I have to deal with them skipping the results screen.
342.36.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Yo, Brad.
For worst case, you can just look at the,
Yo,
look
clock?
at the like broadcast or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that
would
too.
be, that'd be really fun. Oh man, but yeah,
Not a
this game is
single
just
big earn on that last
not
one.
a single big earn. Oh,
Nope.
that's weak.
Tragic.
Yeah, I don't know. This game's just it just has a grip on some of us because I know Ash, for example, has way too many runs in this game. Like Ash, how many
Yeah,
runs do you have in this game?
34 completed runs and 132 attempts, which a fair amount of those were like the resets at the beginning. But yeah, too many hours
Too many hours.
in Monster
Yeah.
Racer.
Back when, back on the first Renaissance when Ash got this off the ground, I dove into like the ILs and the other categories in this, and this at one point was my most submitted to game on SRC at about 117 submissions.
Let's go.
That's insane. What a flashbang! My lord. I've been hit by so many flash games. You think I was playing a different genre of game? Goodness. Man, but yeah, there's just something about this game that attracts a lot of people to it when it comes to like meme week or like if they want to do a dumb fun race. I think it's really just the pick up and play nature. I mean, it's so easy to pick up and play, understand you want the urns, you want to cycle item boxes, and that's basically it, man. I mean, it's super simple, but it's kind of funny. I don't think we've mentioned it, but if anyone does want to give the game a shot, it is PAL only.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Because,
that is how it has made it onto this show.
Oh.
We haven't shown off many PAL only games, but this is one of them, and it is truly a game of all time.
It
Yep.
is
Yeah.
a game of all time, yeah.
and we do like as you've noticed, we're recording the in-game times, or at least the other people are getting their in-game times recorded to remember.
I've gone back. I've gone back and fact
But,
checked. You're good, Ash.
So if you run on emulator or whatever, it's all the same. Like
Yeah, it's
you
all
will not
fair.
be at any disadvantage to anyone playing on console or anything. So don't worry about that if you don't have like a PAL
Yeah.
PS1 or anything.
I also like, I know I mentioned the spreadsheet, but the spreadsheet is like insane when it comes to like friendly, not just like competition, but also like community best and worst. Because we have this weird trend where like if we are having like a really bad like race, like let's say I get smalled 80 times, yeah, I could sit here and cry, but instead we kind of go like, oh, community worst. like it's kind of something to achieve, you know?
Right, I have got that one for you there, Ash.
So it's very, very funny.
Yeah,
But
you've heard of community golds, but I think this might be the only game that has community browns.
Community worst. Which is, and that's a 304.70 for me. Not bad, not bad. Or a 69 on the end screen. Yeah, I should mention that.
248.66. 248.66.
248. Oh, okay, okay. That
Not a
was
single
way better
bigger
than
in
mine.
either.
But
Nice.
yeah, I should have mentioned this, but yeah, the in-game timer, it's so funny because when you cross the finish line, your timer on the top left is like off what the actual results screen tells you. Because
Yeah,
the results screen
is
takes
like
off.
0.06 off. every
Yeah, it
single time.
takes off 0.6.
3 times safe. Let's go.
Yeah, it's just so funny. It's ridiculous. So now we're on Castle. We haven't gone over much of the get out of my way! Oh my lord! Okay. So that's something we should mention. I know this game's like all RNG. Bigger.
Bigger.
Another RNG thing is the AI in this game is kind of a joke. Like, even though we run on easy, if you run on a harder difficulty, like, they don't really do much. But, like, some of the RNG is trying to get around them at the start because, as you saw on my screen, they kind of, like, bunched up and just, like, kept bumping off of me.
Bigger.
Bigger!
Finally.
Off the map.
Now, one thing that was quite apparent to me when I've only played this one time, and that was part of the big race, is even with the character, so I opted for Wolf, Digo is the optimal character, these characters just drift. Like, they're almost constantly kind of slightly going off to the
they're
left.
Constantly going to the left. I'm so happy you mentioned that because you're 100% right. If you
what is
start
up
a
with that?
race, that's the McRoids classic, okay? Because, like, think about it. If you play any other kart racer and there's a straight line, what do? You hold the, like, what, gas button. That's so boring. That's so unbelievably boring. Okay, McRoids came up here and they changed the game by making sure that we, like, keep wiggling the D-pad back and forth to make sure we go straight.
Right, you've heard it here, everybody. Derek Lander is a Desert Bus fan. We will be seeing you back on the hotfix for a 24-hour stream doing the Desert Bus.
I will. Hey, I'll do it. I'll do it.
The sad thing is he will.
Stop prize cheating, you cheater. This is
Hey,
ridiculous.
They're just using their resources. Come on, Derek.
We're banning that technique. We're having a mod discussion after this.
Just narrowly dodged a bear trap there.
Well, not only do you drift a bit to the left, but Digo doesn't have the best turning, but it's not as bad as the game says. But everyone's turn. Oh my gosh, I got reverse controls. It just went off the map. But everyone's turning. Like, it doesn't matter if you pick the best turning character. They all, like, instantly turn. Like, you know in some games how, like, you hold a direction and it's like a slow turn and then it gets sharp? These guys are always pinpoint sharp. So it's really hard to get a feel for the controls when you're starting out.
It's worse if you play New Game Plus and use Master, because everything on that character is completely instantaneous.
Yeah.
249.
Yeah, we have a lot of categories. I think adventure mode is the most popular one, the one we're doing now. I got reverse controlled and flashbang. I just got like double hit. Oof. Just insane. But yeah, no, adventure mode's the most common speed run. And then there's some other categories that we don't really do, but they're out there. I think the craziest one is when someone found lap skip.
I
Yeah.
haven't even mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, someone found lap skip.
301.92.
Ricky found that skill.
I got 308.36. Yeah.
Cool. Gotcha.
Yep. Even Thrasher's gotta be close. But
301.92 was what it was.
Bigger.
301.92.
Bigger.
Bigger. But yeah, no. So in this game, we found lap skip, and lap skip's kind of unique in this game. Going back to Mario Kart, because that's just my favorite, I guess, analogy, because everyone's played at least a Mario Kart game. You know how some of the tracks, like, you kind of, like, go out of bounds, or, like, you go behind the finish line and, like, go far enough away that you know, can go through the finish line and count a lap. Monster Racer takes that to the extreme, but, like, in a far more insane direction.
Bigger.
Where, basically, if you go to the side of a finish line on like, a few of the tracks, and you just bump into the wall, the game can sometimes glitch out and just think that you did a whole lap.
And you can get it, like, if you do it right, you can get, like, multiple at once, actually.
Yeah, like, I think for the tasks, like, it gets some of the tracks done in, like, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Hold up, can we just take a step back? You're saying that there is a task of this game.
Yes.
I was also about to ask that. What?
Waffle Wizard has a super small, like, preview task. He didn't do all the tracks. Like, it's not like an optimal task, if I'm not mistaken. But when we found Lap Skip, we were kind of like, someone should task this and see how insane it can get. And then Waffle tasked it and then did like half the tracks in like 5 seconds.
Let's go. That's cool.
But for full game speedruns, the most popular category is the legacy one where we don't allow Lap Skip. Because Lap Skip's also really jank. Like, even though in the task setting, you just bump up against the wall and get lucky. In I don't know what's the right word, like RTA wise, we kind of just try the same thing, and sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. Big Earn! Wait, do we all have Big Earn?
No, I was.
Now we do.
Oh,
I
we
was,
do now.
I was okay. I was echoing Ash saying it, so no, I do not have big earns.
Yeah, this map here is one of my favorites. It's Museum. It's just got really fair traffic.
Derek,
It's just got
you're
really
museum.
good.
If you still, I don't know if you still have museum community gold, but it might be in danger here.
No, it's not. It's not. You're not kidding. I got smalled. I got ran over.
Oh my
I got
gosh.
smalled, and then I got ran over by the Wicked Witch.
I'm like 100% on PB pace. Like I've had obnoxiously good RNG so far.
Your earn game has been strong.
Choco Island 2 and Super Mario Kart. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's awesome. But yeah, no, Museum's
as
one
soon
of
as
my
I mentioned
favorite
PB, I ran into a trap, and then as I was getting out of the trap, I got
Oh my gosh.
I got a mic. This is the worst museum. Oh!
Wow. You are.
Well, I can tell that the bad luck I got on my first 3 races are getting transferred over to Derek. So you're welcome there, buddy.
Dude, I've been
Ash, have a good time.
smalled. I think the worst one was when I got ran over by the witch. I don't think I've ever seen that where I got smalled and she came up from behind and just ran over me. Actually insane. Bigger and okay.
Big
Thank
Earn.
goodness.
Big Earn.
Thank goodness, man. But yeah, no, I'd say we're halfway through the tracks. And if you look at the estimate we have, it's like 125. So you might go, well, you can't be through half of the tracks. But we have to do the tracks again, just in reverse, once we get through the halfway point. Because what happens is you race a boss, and if you beat the boss, the game's like, oh, you can proceed to like the next wave of tracks. And I got 32108.
Ouch.
And the next wave of tracks, I guess they didn't have time to like make new ones, or they didn't have space. It's just these tracks in reverse. So
Genius.
genius. Hey, genius. Did you just get ran over?
I did, yeah. I got
350.88.
right at the start of mine,
Gotcha.
and then got ran over. But then at the end of all of that, I got a big earn, so it was kind of worth it.
Cool. I'm seeing the earns in chat. That is what we like to see. We're wishing the biggest of earns upon our runners right now.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Maybe
Yeah,
a
a
few
lot of
more
people in
towards
chat-
mine and Derek's side, please.
Yeah, can we get a channel point redeem of like give Derek luck, give Ash no more luck?
Oh, we should have
But,
set a poll up at the start of the run. We could have seen where the chat would vote, who would take the win. But
Yeah, so true. That's one of the funniest things is there's a lot of people in chat right now. Like I recognize a lot of names, and that's the thing about Monster Racers. Even though like it's a meme game that kind of comes in bursts, people are always willing to watch.
Big
it.
Earn.
Like I've seen
Big
Big
Earn.
Earn. Like
And
I've seen
Richard.
streamers. Like I've seen streamers who are like, oh, like even though we're not doing a race, I kind of just want to do one Monster Racer run, and like they'll have like 15 people who just show up just to watch it. It's like ridiculous. Just one of those games. Look, I'm just saying, if you want to grow a Twitch channel, I mean, this is the game.
Just become dedicated Monster Racer man. Yeah.
the instant money generator for sure.
Yeah, they call it the money machine.
Oh no way that hit me! Oh my gosh.
I haven't
The
gone.
hitbox on that
Earn in
trap
so
was
long.
like just 3 feet to the left. Of where it
I
actually was.
somebody in chat just said, "You guys earned it."
I get it.
Dude.
I'm going to ban that person. Who was it? Who was Tootie? No, I'm not going to ban.
Big Earn. Oh my goodness. The Big Earn luck worked. Thanks, chat.
What? This is send some my way. Like I'm over here dry as can be. I'm like a camel in the desert, dude. Send me some.
I had all the
herbs.
good luck. Now I got to the. Oh no, I'm not to the longest map yet. But I bet when I get to Teeth Pass, it's just gonna dry up. I'm just gonna drive in a straight line for 7
All right.
minutes.
I got a 159.
Sub-minute. Nice.
It was.
Right, got that time down.
Oh, go, 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 go,
Come on.
go.
Sub-minute for Thrash It.
Oh my gosh.
155.88.
155.
Nice.
Jeez. Nice.
That's my
So
favorite
now
track.
we're going on to Iceberg. Unironically, I know it seems kind of like a whole like meme to say this, but Iceberg is
Bigger.
probably everyone's probably everyone's least favorite track. Like bar none. Like people do not like this track because it's very confusing. Like there's some spots that you need to turn to that you just don't really think about it because it doesn't like flow very naturally.
Aesthetically, I love how this level looks, but yeah, in terms of first time getting on the slopes, it is it's rough.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
this is definitely the worst for the beginners because there's just like multiple spots where you'll just drive off the map because it doesn't look like that's where you should be going.
yeah, it's ridiculous. And then after this, we have Teeth Pass, which is if you do Teeth Pass like lucky and you do it pretty well, it could be as low as 6 minutes. And if it goes bad, it could be as long as 7.5. Because Teeth Pass is an insanely long track. Oh, I'm hitting that mine. Yep.
I'm pretty
Since
sure I
we're,
saw Flying Dutchy 91 in chat. Hi Dutchy, what's up?
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I see a lot of people in chat. It's sick. It's the Monster Racer thing, dude. I told you, these are the people that show up if you stream Monster Racer. You got to get on it.
What do you call Monster Racer runners? Do you just call them monsters? Do you call them the Monster
Call them
Massive?
monster. I mean, I might call them insane. But
I wonder how Cartoon Kid's doing. Unrelated note. Slightly
Dude.
related. Big Earn.
Big Earn.
I just like the idea. Do you call them monsters? And then like we race Monsters Inc. one day, and it's like, well, what do we call the people who play Monsters Inc. now?
Hey, you raise a good point.
I also like the implication of like, you run Monster Racer? How could you?
You've given into the views, I see. I've been flashbanged so many times. I'm okay. Time to complain. I have a shield, and I was able to get smalled. For some reason, the shield in this game does not protect you against the small ability,
Incredible.
which is so annoying. Oh man, it's so annoying.
35-10.
Oh man, I'm having a bad time. I'm not gonna lie. This Monster Racer action is not going great.
Dang it, Ash, get back here.
You know what the problem is? Ash is playing on the cheater emulator. That's gotta be what it is.
Yeah.
Where?
Are you talking about Duck? Because so am I.
No, I'm talking about EPSXE.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hot topic.
cheater over here.
SMH. And 234.32.
All right, I got 244 flat.
Cool.
Oh my god!
time for a drink.
What an actual mess that track was. Surely Teeth Pass would go much better. Surely.
Stay hydrated, chat.
Yeah, folks.
True, I'm a little thirsty.
If you haven't had the chance to, well, make sure you're getting up, you're having a little stretch if you have the capacity to do so. Staying hydrated, all the important stuff. I know that this, it's truly some mouth-watering. I don't think I've ever described a game on this show as mouth-watering.
Mouth watering.
And-
That's
And of all games to say that about, it's Monster Racer.
I mean, the way that they've modeled Wolf,
part of the
like,
game right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the spiral.
The spiral that seems
The spiral's
like
the best part.
Yeah. So this is why Teeth Pass is one of the longest tracks. Is because to save, I don't know if it's to save exactly on resources or to extend the game length. They have 2 spirals that just go for a while. Like, I'm not even kidding. It's like insane. So you go around once, you go around twice, you go around 3 times, and
I've
then you
heard
slowly make it back up.
I've heard a theory about the big spiral that, like, if you approach it at the right angle and start turning at the right time, you can just, gun it all the way up. We're seeing Thrasher do pretty well. Was that all the way up, or did you have to do a little
No,
adjustment?
okay, so my strat on that is always feather the gas, and that comes from just
Yeah.
my other racing game experience. Bigger.
Dude, bigger on Teeth Pass. So I know we
I
didn't
have
mention
attack
this,
there
but
to get that one spot where you can drive through 2 boxes at once and
boxes.
just hold the item button down. And
Yeah.
you get 2 items at once.
yeah, Big Earn on some tracks help more than others. On Teeth Pass, since it's just so long, and like once you get out of the tunnel, it's a lot of like straightaways. Big Earn is like insane in this game, or on this track. I mean, like this track, you want Big Earn more than like most of the other ones. And then I think the worst one to have Big Earn on is probably Volcano. Volcano's really short and it has a lot of tight turns. And I still don't have like any earn luck. This is sad. It's rough.
Well, when it comes to the halfway mark of the run, would folks be interested to know their IGTs, or do they just want to hold out and hear
I'll hold
till
out.
the end of the run?
Seems like me and Thrasher are gonna have to go with the no.
Holding out, I respect
Yeah.
it. That's kind of what I was hoping you'd say. I thought I'd give you the option.
Yeah, we're gonna hold out, and then Ash's back half is going to be like miserable. Big Earn.
Bigger.
Oh yeah, we should talk about getting ratio because we mentioned that a few times. If you get a big earn, it fills your meter up all the way, but you get like the double earn speed, than like a small earn or what the boost you start with. If you get a big earn and for some reason don't have an item in your item slot, and then go over another item box and get a small earn, it replaces your big earn speed. Like it just goes away. So once you get a big earn, the meta is kind of to just hold an item until the big earn runs out,
Yep.
because you don't want to override it with the slower speed boost.
Also, for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you will notice that the lap counter isn't exactly a traditional way of counting laps.
Bigger.
Big earn. Like,
Yeah, it's
usually it would mark, when you're on your first lap, it would say lap 1 of 5. Whereas when you start your lap, you're actually on lap 0, don't you know? So
The lap counter is how many laps you've completed rather than what lap you're on.
yeah.
But with that being said, I still do agree with dude speed. Yeah, this track is ridiculous. This one takes way too long. And even though I enjoy it to some extent, like it's a guilty pleasure of mine, it's like,
Same.
man, it's like this track just goes on and on and on.
It's a gauntlet.
It's definitely polarizing. When you're having bad luck, it's just a bad time for everyone involved. But when it's going all right, then it's like, this is pretty chill, actually.
Yeah.
Woo! Almost
Another
got.
thing to mention is the frame rate. You guys can probably notice based on like the gameplay on screen, or you might think your internet might be just a touch choppy. That's not the case. This game is supposed to run at like, what's the European standard? Like 25
Yeah,
FPS
25.
for PS1. And on DuckStation, it tells you exactly how many frames you get.
17.
And when I ran on there, it's always been like 16 or 17.
It is currently at 17 for me. I am running on DuckStation.
Yeah, so it doesn't run at full speed like it should.
Ouch!
Which I don't know why. I assume it's an optimization issue. Because like I said, this was their like first game. But if it did run at full speed, then it would actually be ridiculous, some of the speeds you could get.
Lost Racer was just a bit too ambitious for PS1, apparently.
It should have been a PS2 launch title.
Real.
This wasn't even at the beginning of the PS1's life
No, this was
cycle
pretty
either.
Yeah, this
late
was
into the
2001.
Yeah, this was pretty
Oh my
late into the
gosh.
PS1 life cycle.
It
Like,
also
yeah,
uses like code saves, like like Crash 1 does.
mhm.
Oh, is it gonna be
Yeah.
sub 6?
Ooh.
Oh, not quite.
Sub 6? Are you kidding me? I'd be lucky to get
It
sub
was a
7.
6 flat point.
Nice. Got it.
Six flat. Are you serious? That is insane. Yeah, so Ash was able to get sub 6. I am not going to hit that
The
by any stretch
RTA
of the
sync.
imagination.
The RTA sync on Derek and Thrasher there was pretty close for a little bit. We might see that return if luck goes a different way.
Yeah. Like I said, people just need to start wishing Ash some bad luck. My bad. I don't know why I called you ad.
Oh, big earn right at the finish
Big one
line.
right at the end. Let's go.
6'10", 62.
Gotcha.
6, 10, 60. Oh man, I'm having a terrible
I was
run.
gonna say, those are some pretty good deep pass results. 6 flat.
I will not be joining you guys on that. This is going to be like a 622. The 622.02.
God, pointing out that this game came out in 2001 makes me think, okay, 2001, we also got Gran Turismo 3, Metal Gear Solid 2, and Ace Combat 4.
No, my gosh.
Like, think about how nice those games look, and then there's this.
Yeah. But you know what? I play this game more than those games.
Oh!
So they're doing something right.
All right, that is the first case of how mean the level boundaries are with this particular level. So especially if you're going to see any of these runners have their like controls get reversed, yeah, they're going to be going out of the stage quite a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of mean because I've definitely seen it where like you're barely beyond the track, like with all transparency.
Are you
like,
kidding?
The game just like cuts them off early. Yeah, so like that, like that should like yeah, I almost bet you that's exactly what happened. Was just that.
Oh, that was tight.
Also, there is a shortcut on this track that actually loses time, but the boss always takes it. Yeah, there's a hidden shortcut on this track that loses you time, and the boss is programmed to always take it because he thinks it's faster.
Genius.
Truly,
I think I
truly.
passed the boss when they were on it or something, because I just have not seen them this entire time.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Guy goes on the shortcut, and it's a pretty hidden shortcut. Like I'm not gonna lie, like even watching the gameplay, you might be thinking like, where is it? Like it's pretty hidden, but it
I
actually
did
loses
not
time.
get a single boost the entire volcano, so it's pretty rough.
No, I'm with you. I haven't gotten a single one.
It's happening.
Oh, never
Dude.
the last
it's
possible
happening.
spot to go off, pretty much. It just reverse controlled right at the end. Yeah, that was a
I can't get
miserable
past
volcano.
this guy. This guy's in my way.
1602, got you.
Get out of my way, Pot.
Alrighty, no way. The return of Garden.
He's in my way. I can't get past it.
Gigaton actually
Probably
giving you
around-
trouble.
Around even with PB now. It's hard to say exactly since I've been stopping a lot.
208.94.
Wait for timer and stuff.
Gotcha,
208.94, yep.
Probably around even.
Oh my gosh. It's got reverse controls right at a sharp turn.
I also love just how I love how the draw distance of this game is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I really love seeing the stage in
I
front of
got
me.
220.46.
But
It's
you
not
still
going
beat
good for me.
Gigaton.
Yeah, it's not going good for me. If I had my splits open, it would probably say +4. It's been a very but that's fine. We make it up in the back half. So now we're gonna play the tracks, but in reverse. Which for some of them, like Egypte, it actually makes it better. Oh yeah,
And yes,
another
that's
thing
how
I
we
should
pronounce it.
mention. That's how the game calls Egypt. It calls it Egypte.
Gotta avoid that Egypt copyright.
Yep.
The Egypt copyright, yeah, very, very exclusive.
Notorious.
The fame.
So.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out like, because this is all kind of Halloween themed, I guess, because of like mummies.
Where there's
Like,
mummies, there's
is there
a guy.
is there a mummy
this-
racer like character in this game?
There is, yeah.
Yeah, there's that. There's Clank.
The
Clank
cat.
is super based. We have
Clack.
a
Clack?
witch.
Clank.
Clack.
Game.
I'm thinking Ratchet and Clank. Whoops. Dude, I gotta get my heads in the McRoyds game. I don't know what I'm thinking. But yeah, this was actually a stealth sequel. I didn't mention it in my video because I found out about this much later. This is a stealth sequel to a game called Halloween Racer for the Game Boy. It's a Game Boy game that has the same like character ideas and some of the same track ideas, but just like on a Game Boy, so it's really rough.
On the original Game Boy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible lore.
And they made Monster Racer. And in my whole video, because I made a video talking about this game's history and how, like, let's be honest, if this game could be a speedrun, any game can probably be a speedrun. And the whole video, I did so much research, and I found out about it being a stealth sequel like the day before I published the video, because it was on some like random forum thread that was like at the bottom of the Google results. It was just like, they made Halloween Racer, so this is actually a stealth sequel. And I was like, no, they didn't. And then I YouTubed some footage, and sure enough, they had one video on YouTube with like 2 views.
There it was.
And it was.
That's incredible. Shout outs to the love that we're getting for Wolf in the chat. We've got a Wolfgang member.
Wolfgang. That's gotta be a Kaidia. I can't say their name, but I assume that's gotta be them.
Yep. And I'm following shortly behind. The one run that I've done in this game was with Wolf. Wolf is the GOAT.
Wolf is, if you're not gonna play Diggo and be optimal Andy, Wolf is not a bad pick. He's just Diggo, but his acceleration isn't as good.
245.06.
245.06 for Thrasher. I got a big urn, but I got smalled, so. Oh yeah, another thing about the small, super small note. If you try to boost while you're smalled, it does nothing.
You're just wasting your boost.
Actually nothing. You're just wasting your boost. I think my Botanic is not as good as I thought it was. That small really did hurt. This is going to be a 241.90. 241.90.
Cool, gotcha.
And now we're all going into port. We're all pretty RTA close.
Yeah.
It's just one of us is really ahead in game time because they keep pausing.
Yeah, that's all the time. Right there, yeah. The 3 flashbangs I paused on.
You've only gone 3? That's insane. I've gone so many.
Yeah, on lap 1 of this track, I meant.
And now we see the pause strat in action. I literally just saw it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, it's just one of those things where it's really funny. Now we got this ain't Castle, this is Port Reverse. Port is a pretty good track. And now that we're like kind of like we've gone over the game, we've kind of talked a lot. I mean, how's everyone's day going? How are we feeling in terms of today's wonderful green day on Earth?
I finished packing today to go up to Minneapolis, which is where GDQ just was. Funny is, I'm actually I was at GDQ, or I was in Minneapolis like up until the start of GDQ, and then now I'm going back after it ends.
Wow.
So I just dodged
You
it.
really
That's
just
crazy.
didn't want to go to GDQ, huh?
Yeah, I was up there for Pride, and now I'm going back to visit and look around. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Small urn. Why is no one getting hype? Small urn, guys. Where's the big urns at, man? I swear.
Yeah, I got a lot of small urns on this track.
I was about to say,
That's my time on the big end. I think, honestly, no. Ash has been taking them all in the first half. Like, you gotta have a word.
Probably.
and I've been getting all of mine at the most inopportune time.
Bigger!
Bigger!
Bigger! Not the
About
ratio! Oh my gosh.
My retinas.
Almost ran into an item box, and I don't know. I just had a feeling it was waiting for me.
Gosh, that sounded so pained. Like, I genuinely felt like, I felt your pain.
Yeah, gonna need my eyes checked after this race, not gonna lie.
Why, you've been flashbanged a lot?
Yep.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Gonna be seeing spots when I go to sleep.
Oh, I actually hit one of them with the items. That's so funny.
Oh, all I'm gonna say is that I'm seeing some interesting RTA change in the lead. Also, getting Thrasher on top right. Oh, I should have said nothing. I spoke too soon.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, here's the thing. It's all about the RTA race. I mean, if Ash beats us in in-game time, like no one cares. That's like, it's just not true.
That's the try-hard way of winning. Like, you know.
These monsters ain't from a movie, right? No, this is a PS1 PAL-only game. And they wanted to make a Halloween-themed racer. And I forget what was the deadline. I think they only had like 3 months.
Oh.
Or something. It's something insane.
Oh no.
This game didn't even come out like during Halloween either.
No, it did not come out during Halloween.
Didn't it come out in like December or something?
Well, remember how I said they had 3 months? I guess they originally thought they'd get it done in 1.
I've got that time, Ash. You're all good.
340, 56.
340.
340, 56.
Nice. I feel like they should have made a tie-in movie for this game, though.
What would they call it? The Monster Racers, the movie, or? Oh my lord! Okay, funky camera. 32724.
Nice.
So that's one thing I should have mentioned. I keep saying that even though this game is just kind of like goofy. On some like turns, if you're about to fall off but you don't, the camera gets like super janky. It like points straight down.
Mm-hmm. That happened.
You know, I never really realized it, but it's funny because Spyro actually does that too. If you think about it, like you know, when you sometimes like jump right at the last second, the camera will mess up. In Spyro 1.
You heard it here, folks. Monster Racer is as well put together as Spyro 1.
Yep.
Big
That's actually
Big
true.
Earn.
Spyro 1 is pretty bad. Big Earn! Big Earn! So yeah, another thing is since we need some self-sabotage, I think I'm just gonna mention how Ash needs to get smalled. Small?
No.
Small.
Imagine if, like, the power-ups that we got in our respective games could affect the other runners.
Yeah.
Oh my
Throw this
God.
into like an archipelago or whatever. Like.
Yeah, I've heard about
is.
that. Yeah, where people like unlock things for their friends. I don't quite understand how that works for some games, but I've seen the idea before.
Okay,
We
I'll
need
tell
to
you what.
know the lore behind why these monsters are racing. Oh my gosh.
There is.
There
lore.
was.
Not in the actual game, but in the game manual.
Yes.
Oh, what is it? I've
what-
actually got the manual right here. Like.
I do not have the manual on me, but I think what is it, Derek? It's something like the you know, the big jack-o'-lantern guy that's on the cover, which does not appear in the game at all. Like summons the monsters to race for some reason or something. I don't know.
Yeah, in the
How
opening
cool of you.
cutscene, which we could maybe show after the race, like he just summons all these guys like out of the graves and out of like a bunch of like generic Halloween settings. And as soon as they get like resurrected or brought to life, they're just like, well, shoot, we got a race now. It's just the most like.
I think it has to do with, like,
Naturally.
Gigaton summoning Master or something and causing devastation or some nonsense like that.
Yeah, there is a whole like folks know that the cases for PlayStation 1 games are like especially the power ones, you know, they're just kind of CD cases. There is a whole ass page of just a monologue from Jack O'Lantern and
Ratio, no.
like I could read it out, but I think, you know, this would keep us going until the end of the run.
Oh my gosh.
Don't
that's
worry,
so
the cutscene once you beat the game will clear any questions up that you
Oh my
That'll explain everything,
gosh, I
surely.
forgot about that cutscene. That, you want to talk about a cutscene? Oh my lord, that ending cutscene is. I say no one
Ouch.
talks during it, so like everyone can get the full effect.
Yeah.
That ending cutscene is a masterpiece. I actually studied that in film school, which I definitely attended.
Definitely attended and not just stayed at home playing Monster Racer for the PlayStation 1.
True. I literally just got hit with a bat. That's funny. I haven't
Copy
gotten a
that.
single urn this track.
I got like non-stop runs on that jungle reverse.
Did I like acquire the wrong disc? Is this version 1.0 where they like patched the like items?
15.
Oh man. Man, this is just such a game.
Klein Egypten.
3:36:30.
Nice. Alrighty, what are the total in-game times? Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Interesting. Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say.
you know, I wouldn't be last place if we just like minus a minute off my time.
I mean,
That's 3:42:06. Oh man. 3:42.
Gotcha, gotcha.
That's yeah.
Oh yeah, we never mentioned that when like you're small for some reason, the like AI when they're also small, they're faster than you. Like even though you're both small.
Considerably. It's not even like small, yeah.
It's balancing. It's balancing to balance out how much pushovers they are normally.
Yeah. Like we're lapping them like
jerk.
twice on some tracks if we're doing good.
No, we're on English. They just call it Egypte on the English version. And apparently on your German version, Ash, apparently like instead of it calling it Egypte, it's called Small Egypt.
Yeah, on most of the other languages, there's some sort of small
Bigger.
Egypt or little Egypt, something to that degree.
incredible.
Yeah. No, this is I mean, look, you have to give them credit. They supported like 7 languages.
This is honestly, I think this is my least favorite track because there's like 3 boxes the entire time. So a lot of times you're just going through with no urns at all. I say as I get a small urn at least, but and some of the turns are vicious. Some of the turns are like there's that one spot that's pretty rough.
Yeah, the Yeti is
narrow
called
passageways.
is called Digo, and he is the fastest because the game lies. I know we mentioned this, but a bunch of people have just tuned in. On the stats, like character stats screen, it tells you like their stats and like what they should have for speed, acceleration, and turning. The game just lies. Like it's like Digo is supposed to have a 4 out of 10 when it comes to acceleration, but like looking at the game's code, we found out that's actually a 7 out of 10. Like it's just like 3 spots off. Well, I guess technically it's 6.9, but it's basically rounded up to 7. So like he's just nice. He's just like 3 like spots higher than what he's supposed to be for acceleration alone. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, not to just shill Derek's video, but honestly, like watch Derek's video if you find this game funny at all, or just like have an interest in like why people speedrun at all in the first place, because it is a game, it is a video about this game, but it's also a video about like why people speedrun. Honestly,
Yeah. Shout out the video, man. We gotta get that link going.
There's way more lore and backstory to this game than you would ever expect. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Yeah, it's like we got a community. We kind of just played it, and the stuff that just happened, like it seemed like it was straight out of a movie. Sometimes, like it was like, oh come on, that didn't happen, and then like
246.74.
It's had a really bad sub 3.
This could be looking up for the kid. I had a pretty okay Egypt day.
PB might be dead after that one.
Speaking of kid, I hope Cartoon Kid's doing okay wherever they're at.
Yeah, the previous world record holder before Ricky took it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky hit a pretty big milestone, didn't he, with the game there?
Yeah,
Sub
Ricky and
1 hour,
Forlo
yeah.
traded record back for a little bit, and Ricky got sub hour. Yeah.
Ooh.
IGT.
I got 24736. Not great.
It was like a 306 or something. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I put it
Is
on-
that a werewolf on a bone? It is. That's Wolf. The very descriptive name. His name's Wolf.
probably the second best character?
It probably is the second best character in the game for sure.
Shout out to the wolf stands out there. My guy.
Yeah. You guys just can't appreciate Peak. It's fine.
For
we can't
goodness
appreciate
sakes.
Peak. I think appreciate feet. Have you seen the size of the dogs on this guy? He should be called Doggo, not Digo, bro. He's got the dogs out.
Yeah. Digo's got like a bobsled feet. I will admit, he's
They're just kind of melded together. It's hard to see where the sled ends and the feet begin.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Give me some urns, bro. Come on, I swear I enjoy this game more than anyone else here. Please.
Oh, so that's how you deserve urns. Okay, gaslighting the game. I see.
Look, you have to do that. I can't tell you the biggest love-hate relationship I've had with this game. It's insane. How many times I've been like, I love this game, like, please give me the urns. Even it gives it to someone else who doesn't appreciate it. I'm just saying, like...
No, you don't get it. I want it more.
Yeah. I made the video, man! And it gave me reverse controls right off the edge. And it gave me reverse controls again.
It's listening to you whining.
Also, thanks for posting the link. Yeah, that video, there's a few parts where the editing's like kind of wishy-washy because I'm not that good. But like the storyline of that is crazy. Big urn! Oh man.
Off the edge.
I'm gonna die.
I drove off the edge of my own accord and then got smalled immediately for my friends.
Whoa! I just got back boosted by the wolf. He like ran into me at like Mach 10.
Elda's giving me
reckon
some attitude.
That's where the task gets really optimized. Getting like
Yeah.
Back boost, surely, yeah.
You're definitely not getting the big urns. You're definitely hoping for the character boost, surely.
That's the meta, surely.
Oh man. This game. There's just something about it. You just don't know.
So we know that, you put that video together, sort of going over the history, talking about the game a little bit. When it comes to like, if somebody saw this and they're like, hey, like I might want to learn this, like what advice would you folks give? Ooh, let me get that time down real quick.
308:34.
What advice would I give someone who wants to get into Monster Racer? Honestly, pick it up and play it. I know a lot of speedrunners say that, but I think for Monster Racer itself, it's insanely pick up and play. It's like absurdly pick up and play.
Yeah, like it's optimal if the first experience you have with this game is just doing a blind run of it, to be honest. Like
Not only that, but like...
And if you're racing, like find somebody to race against, preferably.
Yeah, so when we...
760.
Yeah. So when we race, we literally go in with like no practice at all. Like the three of us went into this particular race with no practice at all. Like it's that easy to just kind of pick up and just, play, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, if you saw the Evil Zone tournament, people talk about that game being a 2-button fighting game. This is kind of a 2-button racing game. Like if you were to dumb it down,
gas and boost, left, right, item button. So it's more than 2 buttons. You got 3. You got 3 buttons. Bigger. But like there's a lot of speed runs that I would say like watch a run or like try to do a few speed running tricks to see if you can get a feel for it. For Monster Racer, like generally just go for it. Like boot up, like take an emulator, basically get yourself a copy of the game, burn it, to your PC, get it going. You good, man.
We'll just go out and buy it. Like I can't remember when it was announced, sort of in the time span of the week.
I haven't had it in like 3 weeks.
Because it's much easier, me being in Europe and all that. But I managed to get my copy within like 3 days. So the race was announced. It happened on the weekend of the week that was announced, and I could play it on hardware, which, a novelty that is harder for some folks, but I really enjoyed being able to pull that one out and be like, wait.
Yeah. Right now I'm playing on hardware, and I think that's why my luck's a bit worse. I think like generally like on hardware, the RNG values just get like flipped-flopped. Like
yeah. It sounds like a skill issue to me.
You want to run by me again? I missed it. What'd you say?
Vigilant.
I'm gonna stop talking. I'm like 40th on the leaderboard.
Oh man, that leaderboard is so funny to me though, because even though like this game's an RNG fest, like so many people have fun with it. Like you would expect a game this luck based for people to have fun. You would expect it to be like, oh, this game is so stupid. Like just keep resetting till you get lucky. Like everyone loves it for some reason. I don't know, like how it does it, but I've really had a bad experience with this game. Even now, like I'm having a blast, even though it's treating me bad. Till now, bigger.
Great timing.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it's just the accessibility. Like it really is just, you know, you could just boot it up and, you know, you kind of, if you just watch somebody run it, because basically the display that we're giving right now is like, here is the knowledge of the game. You know, we've gone through everything that there really is worth knowing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's insane. It's not only that, but not too many glitches you have to do, not too many techniques. I mean, get in, get out, you know, enjoy your time.
Yeah, the difference between like, record and somebody just like doing it, like what's the difference between in IGT between like record and somebody just like last place? Like I like it's like what, like 20 minutes maybe? Like
yeah,
it's not much.
Okay, that was my fault.
Oh, Thrasher, you are being thrashed around at the moment.
Yeah.
Thrasher being thrashed around. I like that.
328.14.
328.14.
328.14. I am going to get a 307.76. 307.76.
Gotcha.
Or my PC. Yeah, I misspoke. Just get yourself a copy of the game. Go on eBay.
Yeah, ain't too
go on
hard.
eBay. Get yourself a copy of the game. It's so good.
Yeah, mine was like £10. In fact, actually, let me do some fact checking. Let's see how much a
We're gonna
copy
skyrocket the Monster
of
Racer market like right now. Like 3
I think I need to sell my copy actually.
Go
Yeah, I need to sell my copy. Surely it's on the rise.
Hold up, I'm gonna do some scalping real quick.
You didn't listen
no.
to me on when to sell NCAA Football 14.
I know. I will say I did sell my Pokemon Heart Gold recently, and someone bought it for $179.
Ooh,
Which
Goodness.
stocks.
which it's one of those things where like I know this is super off topic, but like I like Pokemon games. Well, not Pokemon games. I like that one Pokemon game. It's like the only Pokemon game I've ever enjoyed. But like I'm not a big Pokemon fan. Big Earn. So when I saw people were buying it for like $170, it was like,
Yeah, if you
This is
don't have
only-
like any attachment to it, then yeah, why not?
yeah, it's like
I
it's
still
the
have
only
my childhood
Pokemon
ones.
game
I
I
haven't
enjoy.
I
But
haven't convinced myself.
Bigger.
It's
Big
like
Earn.
yellow and crystal and leaf green.
Well, that's the problem is people, it's not that those games sold bad. Those games sold like what, tens of millions of copies. It's that so many people don't want to sell them. So when people want to buy them, it's like, oh, I'm willing to pay like such a high amount because no one wants to sell them.
Ratioed.
You got ratioed? No. Big Earn into the small Earn. You hate to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no.
got my copy of this game for £9.99, which I think is
What a
a
sound.
very good investment, personally.
Bigger.
I know in the video I talked about how Ricky got his copy. He bought it at a flea market for like $3, I'm pretty sure he said.
Let's go.
like $3 he bought it, and then it was just like, oh, like this game is really funny.
I was gonna have such a good mind, then I got spoiled on the last lap.
I really need to.
4x mine, but-
I really need to start thinking about playing this game with sunglasses on.
With the flashbang, yeah.
154.42.
The flashbangs
Thank
are
you
so
for not
bad.
catching me, Tornado. I like went right through a tornado with a big Earn, it just didn't.
55.20.
What happened was one frame you were in front of it, and the next frame you were past it. It couldn't catch you.
Yeah.
I got 155.36.
Nice. Ooh, very close there.
Yeah.
Yeah, folks, you were all within a second of each other on that on that race.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that.
I'm not going to say that you are within 1 second of all your IGTs, though.
Yeah, like I said, some of us are cheating, some of us are manipulating game values. I mean,
Look,
it's
so
just-
you know, sometimes the new tech is discovered in a speed game, and you know, like sometimes the old guard just gets smashed up and left behind.
Fire,
you know,
flames.
I think
We
that's
need some
just-
smack talk. I can't believe it's taken this long to really get it. We gotta get under each other's skin right now, in an endearing way, of course.
Derek,
Look,
Ash,
I'm a-
I value you both as friends, and I think you're awesome. Period.
Aw.
I hope you get really bad luck though. I hope you get smalled 5 times. No, actually, make that 6.
Okay, well, I got
I got
flashbang
small.
twice. Are you happy?
I got
And
smalled.
Derek just got smalled.
So much for the trash talk. I feel like
The shield was actually clutch for me there. I ran right into a tornado, but I was shielded up.
Yo, Marathon Man. This guy did a run at the last GDQ and killed it. So good to see him in chat for Monster Racer.
It's got to be done.
Did you watch Marathon's?
I
run
did.
there? Yeah,
I did.
I said the best part was honestly Marathon Man trying to get like the people on the couch to explain tricks for him, and they were just every time there's like, yeah, this trick is so hard, I hate it, and then Marathon Man just had to actually explain it every time.
It's so funny, yeah. I tried to donate during. Oh, I just. Okay, and I hit a bear trap as soon as I respawned. I
Wow.
just went through like the map, but okay. Yeah, no, I donated during Marathon Man to run, and I was just telling him how proud I was. And man, I mean, that was a good run.
Well, that shows, folks. That shows like how tight knit the PlayStation lot are. Like,
Look, I think we've said it once, the PlayStation Nation is slowly getting up there. We're not going to be as big as Joe Schmo Mario Bro, but I mean, we're trying to get there.
what did I just see there, Derek? Did I see some pausing
No,
when the flashbang came up?
No, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, my game was like lagging, and I paused because it was lagging. I was like, it's like lagging for some reason. I need to pause.
I can't remember what the first part of the phrase is, but you either
On the
whatever, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain, and I think that is exactly what we've just seen.
Yeah.
And
Real talk, I haven't done it at all until that moment because I was on Iceberg and I was like, okay, I'm like,
349.08.
everyone's doing it. I'm on Iceberg, about to go into a tight corner. I was kind of just like, man.
Right, got you there, Ash. Did you say 3 or did you mean 2, Thrasher? That looked like a 2.
249.08.
Yeah,
I got
gotcha.
247.34.
Nice.
247.34.
Got you. Alrighty. I mean, RTA, you folks are all super close.
Good.
Exciting times.
We all know who's winning. We all
time
know.
Time for the great separator. It is Teeth Pass.
Teeth plus
Call
reverse.
me crazy. I think we could catch up if Ash mysteriously had to use the bathroom.
Or I just don't get
And
any urns on Teeth Pass. Like, just like a minute.
Yeah, T-Pass is definitely like a ooh.
And then Derek just casually drops the hidden strat that he actually flew to Ash's house just randomly before the race and slipped laxatives into their drink.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I was under the opinion I showed up to their house and I'm right by the power grid.
Oh no.
But yeah, T-Pass reverse. We do the spiral downward, which is a little bit easier than upward in my opinion. And then we do like the
Oh yeah,
stair.
we didn't talk about the very silly left versus right D-pad thing.
What?
Oh.
Pardon?
Yeah.
What? Do they steer differently?
So
my
staring-
gosh.
but left or right is like 2% better at turning on D-pad than the other way.
It's right. It's right.
And,
Since you're drifting like left, like I don't know how it was found, but it's like turning right is like better on D-pad.
it's the same on analog, but for some reason on D-pad it's ever so slightly different. That's
Monster
not
Racer.
serious. Yeah.
Look. I just like to think this game has hidden tech. Like, have you guys ever played Melee before? Like Melee
Never.
has wave dashing, arrow cut. Like it has so much tech. This game is as tech pilled as Melee. Oh! I just ran straight into the tornado of death. I'm sorry for the audio, but tornado is possibly the worst thing you could run into.
Oh, and as you said that, I got smalled, which I think is just definitely worse than tornado. And
It's not by much. Let me make that clear. Not by much.
no, it's not by much.
And I get small. Keep your mouth shut. Oh
Ouch.
man. And we're in
Flashbang, yeah,
as well.
it is. At this stage, is being mean to all of you. Don't feel like one of you
We're
is
getting
getting
rolled.
more than the rest.
Yeah, we are getting rolled out here. It's pretty bad. I don't think not much. I don't think any of us have gone earns as well.
I got a
We've seen
smaller.
we've seen a couple
got a
small
small
ones. Yeah.
Nice, couple small. Nice. I think I'll rephrase the question. I think I'm the only one who has not gone any earns.
Yeah, I think you're right there. Bonk.
Project
Yeah,
your
I'm
lack
happy
of
we're able
urgency.
to show this game off. I just think it's really funny. And this may have been copium safe, but I did submit this to the one GDQ I attended because I thought it was just so funny.
I think what would be
so I'm
great
so
at like a
happy
big
that-
marathon sometimes.
Oh, goodness.
Like a relay of this game of just like
Mm.
with a fair amount of them being people who have never played the game before. Just doing that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I
Puts me in
reckon. When is the tournament gonna happen? Like,
Oh,
what I want.
The tournament.
the
Oh,
infamous
dude.
Monster Racer Grand Prix.
That would actually go so hard. Like a
That would go hard.
Monster Racer
like
tournament.
honest, yeah, I would totally join that. I'm not joking.
64-person bracket, surely.
Yes, it's gotta happen.
It'd be so funny because there'd be so many upsets just because of luck. It'd be like, oh yeah, I'm done. Oh man. Woo! While we're doing this, we're coming near the end of the run because after this, it's just volcano again. I know we still have a few minutes to spare, but I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Thanks for having us on. This has been a pretty fun, goofy time.
Yeah, this has been really fun.
Yeah, it's no problem. Like joining in on the race, when people were explaining, PAL only, I was just like, I could get this on my show, but I just gotta kind of fit it in thematically somehow. And when I saw that, the series was coming up, and I was just like, okay, I've got some PlayStation 1 things planned. I reckon we can slip these guys in. And I'm so glad that there were enough folks up for racing it. Oh my gosh, Thrashy, it's happening again.
Part of it was my own making, though. Like, two of those items were mine.
Black threw a bat
I-
directly behind me, hit both of us, and then he wanted to try to run me over.
You gotta respect
I know.
Black.
That's not very
Big
nice. Big un.
Big earn.
I don't think I don't.
Also,
think
get
We're
back
like
here.
5 minutes into Teeth Path, and that has to be the first big earn any of us have gotten. Like, where you're up.
Yeah, this isn't good. Yeah, remember I said you want a big earn on Teeth Pass? It also goes the other way. If you don't get a big earn on Teeth Pass, you lose way more time than you would expect.
Smaller, and I know we don't shout for that, but I'm taking it.
Smaller. Oh wait, you gotta do it quietly. Smaller.
Yeah, bigger and you gotta be loud, but smaller and you gotta be like, oh, small. Man. Interesting time. That's the worst part of this game is when you drive right by the item box. You don't even get a chance to roll for the luck.
Yeah.
But on the other end of it, you don't get flashbanged or reverse steered or,
I'd rather take that and just
Take
hope.
her
I'm
again,
a
right at the
gambling
end.
man.
Big un.
Big earn right at the end. Oh, goodness.
Also, I hope everybody's been enjoying the music. The music is fantastic in this game.
Yeah. It's just the sound effects in this game is so funny because like say what you will about like anything else, the sound effects in this game
06.
are like better than you expect.
Nice. Oh yeah, 006. Scary.
62646.
626.
I don't know how close I am to PB, but this has to be pretty close. I don't know if I'm quite on it, but we'll see. We'll have to see at the
Okay.
end.
I'm just gonna say it now. might not be 100% accurate. The images
Might not be
that I've been
100%
getting,
accurate?
but it'll be somewhat accurate.
628.96.
628.96.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Oh man. I'll tell you what, RTA though, we're doing great on estimates because we.
Aye.
He's off the bat. Oh yeah, we should mention the boss characters. If you lose, you have to redo their track. And
It's only
we
happened a
shouldn't
few
lose one.
times in Monster Racer history.
Yeah.
Oh, he
That
went
must be
off.
some criminal community worsts if
Oh
if
yeah,
people were
we're
losing to
talking
that.
we're talking like 7-minute community worsts.
Yeesh.
Because there was one person who failed the race twice, like they lost twice.
Oh my gosh. Were
Okay,
they
I
trying?
could really do without the reverses.
With all due respect, were they trying?
They were, but it was they may have been intoxicated.
Oh,
Okay, that's a nice way of putting it.
don't drink in Monster Racer, kids.
Or
Don't
do, it'll
drink
probably
at
make it
Monster
funner.
Racer, true.
Preach.
True.
Alrighty, well, as we are on the final lap, if we might as well, whilst we're here, are there any shout outs that people want to give?
Oh, I definitely have some. I want to give a shout out to the Monster Racer community who showed up in chat today, even though they wasn't participating. The fact that they showed up on a whim's notice is incredible. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them, and then shout out to these two guys for deciding to still race. You know, it's been a very, very fun time.
Shout out for Derek literally approaching me out of the clear blue and go, "Hey, you." Oh, by the way, Big Earn. Shout out to the Big Earn.
Shout out to the Big Earn!
So yeah, Derek, thanks for inviting me into this little shindig here. A nice little monster race with friends.
Yeah.
I'm coming up on the end here. And GG.
Time for
GG.
Ash. Nice, that was a 7. Cool. I will wait on telling you the final time, of course.
And 2:17.70. GG.
1770. Okay. That's time for Thrasher. And then not too far behind RTA.
Oh, I'm behind him. But he's lapped. He just fell off the track.
And he fell off the
Okay.
track. Lol.
so much for a final boss. Dude can't even stay on the track. Oh, bozo. And this, nice wall bump. Oh, and I also get 217. 217.46.
2.
Should we look at the beautiful, beautiful in-game cutscene that will explain
before
all of the
we
lore, any lore
before
questions?
we do the results, let's watch this cutscene and be quiet. I think it's just so good.
If you all play at the same time, it will be amazing. We'll get it having going
Okay,
simultaneously.
you ready? I'm on the
3 times.
password screen.
I'm
Let's
also
make
on
sure
the
we get it
password.
down.
Okay, I'm on it.
Okay, someone counts down.
I'm gonna 3, 2, 1. Cutscene. Go.
All right, let's go.
Spam based clacks in chat if you got them.
Wow, they really liked that shot, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure.
What?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Well, I think
Doesn't
that
that
just
explain
about
all of
wraps
your
everything
questions?
up.
Now, it all makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, if you really wanna know how this game turned out, how it is, keep an eye out for the international testers in the credits
Oh
here.
my god.
And you'll see how this game turned out, how it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
Before we get
So-
into that, are we ready for the times, everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay, so with a valiant effort in 3rd place, I'm in-game time of 1:05.43. we have Thrasher. Everybody, well done, Thrasher. Round of applause.
We podiumed.
We have true, yeah. The only person not on a podium is Ricky. Lol. Anyway, we have in second place with a 104.57. We have Derek. Round of applause for Derek, everybody.
Okay, I'll take a 104. 104 is actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
then, again, these might not be 100% accurate. Might be some human error in there. I'm doing a bit of hosting. I'm doing a bit of everything. We have got first place with a 103.37. We have Ash.
Nice. I think that makes
GG.
sense because they were pausing for every flashbang and they were still with us RTA.
This guy, he will not let it go.
No. They were still with us RTA, so I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because we also sort of mentioned, I know I called their emulator the cheater emulator, but Thrasher had sped up loads and I was on FDS. So the fact that that Ash was still with us is like actually insane. So we were all about a minute at Power Reach. Wait, that's insane actually. 103.37, 104.57, dude.
Yeah, everyone had like good runs. Like that's actually a really good result.
Yeah.
Like
Because if we go to the leaderboard, not trying to throw anyone under the bus, I think that's like top what, like 5
That's it.
times? Oh, that's like
that's
top
like
7
top 7
times.
or 8 now. Yeah.
Jeez, dude, they got
Nice.
too good. My goodness.
Well, the real monster racers were the friends we made along the
Made
way.
along the way. Hey.
Nice. Well, we heard most of the shout outs. If there are any last ones before we head off into the next game, now's the chance.
Yeah, last shout out. Thank you for letting us do this.
Yeah,
I've said
thank
so
you.
many times, but seriously, this was cool, especially everyone in chat who showed up. So yeah, huge thanks to the GDQ. Make sure you guys stay around for the next run.
Yep, stick
Shout out-
around for
shout out
Dexter.
sucked. And if you want to find out who that is, watch Derek's video.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, folks, if you enjoyed any of this monster racing action, we've been having it going through the run. And if you're catching up on this on a re-upload, we will have links for all of the Twitches for these runners to go and check them out because they've poured in their love into this game and have brought it to you today. So it's worth going and showing them some love if you are interested in what else they do. A big thank you to all of them once again. Our best wishes for the Rixer who was going to be joining us, but was a little bit unwell. So wishing him the best. But yes, that is only the first half of Going Places. We are going from one monster to another. Would we call him a monster? I don't know. He's some kind of otter weasel thing. We are going to be going over to the PlayStation Portable with Daxter, the Otzel, whatever that's really supposed to be. Majora is going to be taking us through all missions in just a little bit. We are going to be heading over to a break as we get everything ready. Just a reminder that you can join the official GDQ Discord and at the Hotfix roll if you want to keep tabs on upcoming events, talk with the staff and showrunners and more. Use !Discord in the Twitch chat for more info. Whilst we get to this break, make sure if you haven't and you do have the capacity to do so, just have a little stretch. Make sure you're staying hydrated.